Hi Robuxio traders, welcome again to our new market update where we will look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance and total market cap index. Then we will go over our current portfolio and I will show you our updated portfolio that we are working on these days. And lastly, we will look again at one of your questions because we really want you to understand the solution that you are trading. Okay, so we all know that Bitcoin is trending last 2 months, which is nice. We can even see that there is some volatility, not huge, but at least let's say average or slightly below average, but good enough for us. Another thing is that if you look at total 3 crypto market cap, that is excluding Ethereum, Bitcoin and USDT, you can see that it was also trending in October and start of November, but almost last 30 days it was basically flat. There were many false breakouts that were trying to get to new 23 highs, but almost all of these breakouts were immediately pushed down and all of them were only false ones. This is also the reason why our portfolio these days is not very strongly trending up, because most of our strategies, the trend ones, are based on breakouts. We really need the market to break above some level and continue this way, and this is not something that is happening. That's why we were in some correction on our equity. Another interesting thing these days is that if you look at Bitcoin dominance, I don't know if you guys are looking at it, you can see that Bitcoin is trending pretty strongly, which is very different to previous behavior, because for example in the strong bull market in 2021 you can see that Bitcoin got from above 70% dominance to under 40% dominance. And now there is some bull run, but Bitcoin is still trending higher, which is showing us that yes, there is some bull market, but in fact it is pretty weak. We can see that the market is trying to get into value, I would say, and the overall crypto market is still not trending very strongly. And this is also the reason why our portfolio is still somehow flat. It is still 30-40% in this 2023. The main reason is that our breakout strategies are not performing that strongly, because there is still not such a huge strength in the market these days. This is something that we are working on, but on the other side we could see that we can make a few more tweaks and updates and to get few more strategies into our portfolios. That's why I want to show you guys what portfolio we are working on these days and what portfolio you will be able to trade in January 24. You can see that it was much more stable in 23. In fact, the overall performance is very similar to the previous one or to the one that we are trading these days, but we add few more very basic trend strategies that are making money in weaker trends, because currently we need stronger trends to make money, because these trends were always in crypto, but we can see that in these phases of weaker trends we cannot make as much money as we would like to. So that's why we will add 6 to 7 new strategies that were created like 2 months ago, and we are looking at them and we are looking how they are behaving these days. They were created basically in September 2023, and all this data is already out of sample. You can see that in 2023 the portfolio made almost 100%. So this is something that we would like to do for you guys, and thanks to it you can see that we are still thinking about all these portfolios, and we want for you to have the best possible performance that we can create. I also promised you that I will answer one more question from our client, which is about profit targets. Why we are keeping so many open profits in the market. And this is very crucial question, and it is again one of those questions that you really need to understand fully. Look at these equity curves. You can see one of our new entries or new strategies, and you can see how they are performing based on possible profit targets. This one is with 5% profit target, this one with 10%, this one with 20%, and this one without any profit target. You can see that the bigger or the higher the profit target, the more money we are making. And this is because if you are using profit targets together with trend or breakout strategies, the problem is that you are always telling the market that you want to take only this profit or that profit. But it is very, very different to how market is behaving, because if it is trending strongly, it can make huge profits, and if it is not trending that strongly, it only makes small profits. And we really need to make as much money as possible in this very high volatility environment. And if we are using smaller profit targets, we are not making enough money when we need to make them, and that's why the overall performance is then much smaller. So these days you can see that we went from 30-40% open profits to the overall profit 5%, 10% or so, but it is very normal. We have to really think long term, and we have to think in long-term statistics, because this is what we are trading with our algorithmic approach. So that's basically it, guys. If you have any other question, feel free to ask. I will be always happy to answer. Thank you and have a nice trading. See ya. Bye.